That's what I was back there reading.
I said I was like straight to the point.
I was gonna put she said this, and this, but I thought, well, I guess I'm just a caseworker at heart.
All right, so I mean, I read over both of them. So when she said that caseworkers are getting popped all over the world, like she wasn't directly saying it at you, like she never.
It was like she said, "I'm not threatening you, but caseworkers all over the U.S. are getting popped." And then she held her hand like
she
this.
did this?
Yes, and then she says, "But I'm not threatening you.
But
I'm warning you that caseworkers all over the world are getting popped." And it was just that just set you on edge. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And
So
we immediately just
Left.
she turned and looked at me. I said, "Get out."
Yeah.
Did you feel like she was insinuating that towards you too?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Did that make you feel threatened when she did that?
Yeah.
I felt uncomfortable. I was like, "We gotta get out of here."
And I've always had a great relationship with this woman. I've dealt with her at Head Start at Creative Options, and that's why I go with Amanda. Is she feels comfortable with me, and that was it for me.
Yeah.
And it seems like McClintock, when she showed up, that just like escalated her or what?
So this is the second time Jessica's been at the house. I don't even know the relationship. I think it's a cousin is what she said.
Okay.
But Jessica doesn't like us. And so when we were there last month, Jessica was helpful. And okay, so backstory, Jeannine has a lot of mental health issues.
Okay.
And when, like, she doesn't fully understand why we're involved, and we repeat it, and it just doesn't set. So she's very anti-children's services, anti-law enforcement.
Right.
Her constitutional rights were violated.
Yeah.
Like, she didn't get due process. She didn't get to give her statement of evidence in court. Like, she's been falsely arrested. So she, every month, including her ex-husband, this is what we hear every month. Mm-hmm. And we're like, all you have to do is just this one thing. We're just asking her to get income. And it blows up into this big fiasco every month.
Right.
So Jessica was there last month, and Jessica kind of helped keep her on track. Well, then today when we went, we ended up showing up a few minutes earlier than what we were scheduled.
Does she have kids in the house? Like
No.
her house?
No.
Why'd you guys have to go talk to her?
A monthly visit, because we have an ongoing case with her.
So
we have to see her once a
where are
month.
the kids right now?
So her son Wesley's in Noble County with relatives.
Okay.
And then her daughter Caitlin's in foster care, and she's placed in Zanesville.
So she don't have anything to. Okay. So you only have to go see her once a month.
Yes.
So you're not gonna have to go back. When
We'll have to go back
when
in
are you
August.
planning on going back?
I don't want to go back at all.
Okay, so
So
what
I
I'm
don't know
thinking,
what we're gonna do.
our best route with this one,
Okay.
just with the way things were said, they weren't like direct.
Okay.
Because if it was like that, this would be a completely different story.
Right, yeah.
But the fact that she was kind of insinuating it, but not really full on saying it, I'm going to get with the detectives and see, because it's possibly a felony. I believe it's a felony to threaten you guys in your line of work while you're there on your business. So I'll have to speak with them first. But I believe our best option with this is to type it all up, put it all in a report, and then forward it to either the prosecutor or the law director, whether it's going to be a misdemeanor or a felony, and let them decide if we're going to do any charges or not.
Okay. She's just unstable. I hate going out there. That's why I take her or someone else with me, because
Right.
I mean, she lives out in Old 21, and it's not even remotely close to
Anywhere.
That's a
if
long
something happens to
response
me,
time.
y'all have to take a long time to get out there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it was just weird. It just was strange because it started out fine, and then when Jessica came in, Jessica started out. I think Jessica, what set Jeannine off was Jessica said, "Are the kids coming home?" And we said, "No, they're not." Well, then that just set Jeannine off.
Right, yeah, that's what it seems like in your
Rampage.
statements, that when
Yeah.
she got there, things started going south.
Like,
I think she really was trying to help. Like,
I
going,
think, yeah.
have you gotten your income yet? Have you filed your Social Security yet? You know, that kind of stuff. But those questions, yes. And then when Amanda said to her, "I can't discuss this with you."
Yeah, and I said, "Ma'am, no offense, but you have nothing to do with this case." And I
Yeah.
said, "You really need to leave her like 10 or 15 minutes so we can finish this up." And she didn't want to leave, and Jeannine's like, she's a guest in my house, she's staying. So Jeannine said, "Jessica, you just need to keep your mouth shut and not say anything else." Well, then,
And she didn't. She was
and we tried to leave. We said, we're done. We're not going to sit here and hash this out repeatedly. Every month we do this.
Right.
Get a job. Get SSI. That's all we're asking, And she just kept going on and on.
We're trying to be polite,
So basically, you guys have to go back there and like determine whether or not like she would be ready to have kids
So
back.
she's
Is
working.
that what it is?
Yeah. So she's working a case plan, and she has done a lot of what we have asked her. But like, she doesn't understand. Like, she's getting evicted because she hasn't paid rent in over a year. And I'm like, I can't send kids home when you're not going to have a home.
Right.
Right.
And she doesn't understand that. And the eviction hearing is like in September. Well, she's she kept saying, I'm done with this bullshit. I'm done.
I want my
I'm
kids
done
home by
with you.
school.
I want my kids home by school. And we said, your kids aren't coming home by school. We don't even have court till October. The kids aren't coming home by school.
And she's like, you don't understand. I am done, and I want, what I want kind of thing. Is that how she put it,
And then she accused me of mocking her God. And I'm like, I didn't mock your God. And she's like, you did months ago. And I'm like,
And that's
I don't
part
know
of
what
the
you're talking
mental
about.
health. I mean, it's
Yeah. And so, like, basically, I don't know. We have a meeting Monday, and if she doesn't get her crap together in October, we're filing permanent custody on the daughter because we have relatives for the boy. She doesn't know that yet, but thank God the meeting's on my phone. And I even told my supervisor we might not even want to call her.
So, depending on what the prosecutor or law director would decide, we'll keep you in the loop. If she is going to be arrested, then you'll get notified.
Okay.
But in the meantime, I would not have any contact with her, and I would tell your agency, like, hey, this investigation's going on, so not to have any contact with her until we're done with that.
Okay.
Just so you don't put someone
So what
else
about
in
visits? So she comes up to visits on Tuesdays, but I'm working from home Monday, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays next week. Is she still cool to come up to do a visit with her kids?
Where?
Or
At the
at the
agency.
agency?
They're all at the agency right now.
And we're both on the same team, so we won't be there Tuesday. So I don't know if
Is it
we should
safe for her
cancel
to
her
come out?
visits.
How do you guys feel? Do you think that's a good idea or not?
We had to suspend her visits before. She made some kind of wacky terrorist threat back in the fall, and we had to make a report with Robbie because it was like off the wall.
Yeah.
And we had to stop her visits. I think we suspended her visits for like
If
a
I
month or
was
so.
you, I would, Sarah Darby,
She's one of the supervisors.
talk to her and see what you guys want to do with that. If it was me, I'd probably suspend them again.
Okay.
Just to not have any, after her saying that kind of stuff, I
Yeah.
wouldn't want her in the building.
Okay.
All right.
Well,
Do we need to get what? Do we need
we
copies?
do need copies of that because we're gonna have to
This-
do.
File
Yeah.
kids and reports
Are
with
you
our
able to do
agency.
hers since it's front and back as well?
Yeah, they can copy it.
Okay. Because we'll
Actually,
have to
can
do.
I have you sign this again on the back?
We'll have to do a critical
gonna be
report
3-3,
or
but
whatever
not
on
report.
our end.
They have
Yeah, if
It just scared us. It was just kind of one of those things where you were like,
Yeah.
I mean, we just looked at each other and was like,
Well,
we gotta
and
go.
I've dealt
Like-
with her crazy before. This was a little different. So
yeah,
yeah.
and there's a huge pass too. So
yeah.
yeah, let me get copies.
Okay, hon.
Yeah, we left immediately. Went out there. I'm like, we need to call Melissa.
Hey, can I get copies of these?
Yeah, so we called our attorney, or our executive director slash attorney on our way back and was like, you gotta know that this happened. I said, we're safe, we're fine, we're in the car, but
That one's front and back.
I said, this
One
happened.
for yeah.
I said, this happened. This is what she said, and then she was like, yeah, we're gonna have to make a report. Because, but Robbie didn't feel like we had enough the last time. I don't even remember it. She was referencing this weird terrorist attack and said all Devil and his minions are gonna come down on you, and it's gonna be a repeat of this terrorist attack. And it was like, what? So when we went to court, we had to have extra security in there with us because of the stuff that she was saying.
Yeah. So did he not try to go felony with that either?
If I remember correctly, I don't think we had enough to do anything with it. Like, it was just weird.
This is one of those ones. It's like right on the.
Yeah.
It's
Like
so
if it was anyone, I would be doing the same thing. It'd be
Yeah. No, I know.
put on your
It's,
side.
She's just all
'Cause
over, and you can't follow some of her conversations even.
yeah.
So.
What exactly mental health does she have? Like what is it?
She has, it's OCT, she's bipolar, depression, anxiety. She's very manic. And it's awful talking to her. It's just I feel for her, but it's overwhelming
Right.
and a lot. And she's very unstable, and you just don't know, you don't know what you're going to get. She's very, Robbie what did Robbie call her? Citizens police or something? Like, she's very anti-everything.
Yeah.
Like, government, police
From
officers,
what I've
children's
heard,
services.
she's very anti-Oakley, period.
She is.
I think she put like Facebook posts on there about him and
She
stuff like that.
was not nice about him today either.
Yeah.
How we doing?
Good, how are you?
Hey, my name's Roger Davis. I'm here to pick up a concealed carry license.
Thanks. Hey, what's the case number?
I gotta get it.
And then she can look at it and give it to Chris, and then we'll go from there.
There's 2 of them.
Okay.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Let me get your report number and I'll give you these cards.
So we'll have to get you state one. Very fine. Let me give that to you.
All right.
She's fast.
If,
Oh, I know.
you know all about the Haven, right?
Yeah.
If anything does continue outside of you being there, like her trying to contact you guys or anything like that, obviously call in here first so I can add that. But also, I would speak with them.
Okay.
Like if she continues to do that
actually,
stuff.
I'll show you something if you're interested in looking at some of the text messages she has sent me in the past.
Yeah.
So I went on vacation and told her I would not be available, and this is what I came back to, all these texts. And this is not, this will just give you a frame of mind of how she talks and stuff.
Yeah.
And that's her typical. She'll text and text and text and text, and then she won't hear nothing from her. And then text and text and
Yeah.
Yeah.
very. So that's
And
kind
that's
of
like all
her.
the wall type stuff too.
Yeah. Yeah. Alright. Alright, honey, are we good to go?
Can I go get you your case? He's busy. He's
Yeah,
trying to get a
that's fine.
squad. I'll go get you your case numbers and stuff, and then I'll bring them right back out.